The late afternoon sun cast long shadows across the manicured lawns of St. Jude's Academy, painting the scene in hues of gold and amber. Excitement buzzed in the air, a symphony of proud parents, chattering children, and the rustle of graduation gowns. Among the sea of beaming faces, a small figure stood out, her navy blue robe a little too large, her cap askew. 8-year-old Lily clutched her red diploma folder tightly, her lower lip trembling. She wasn't excited. She was terrified. Lily lived with her grandmother, Nana Rose, in a cramped 2-room apartment on the poorer side of town. Nana Rose, a woman whose hands bore the permanent etchings of a lifetime of hard labor, had poured every spare penny into Lily's scholarship application to St. Jude's. It was a beacon of hope, a chance for Lily to escape the cycle of poverty that had ensnared their family for generations. Today, Lily was graduating at the top of her class, a testament to her fierce intelligence and Nana Rose's unwavering belief. But Nana Rose wasn't there. A sudden, debilitating bout of influenza had confined her to bed, her cough echoing through their small home just hours before the ceremony. Lily had tried to be brave, packing her gown, polishing her worn shoes, but as she walked through the gates of St. Jude's alone, a wave of loneliness washed over her. Every child had a parent or guardian adjusting their cap, whispering words of encouragement, or simply beaming with pride. Lily had no one. Her eyes, usually bright with curiosity, scanned the crowd, darting past elegant couples and boisterous families. A profound ache settled in her chest. She saw happy fathers lifting their children onto their shoulders for photos, mothers dabbing away tears of joy. The chasm between her world and theirs felt impossibly vast. Then, her gaze landed on him. Standing slightly apart from a group of impeccably dressed adults, he exuded an aura of quiet power. His suit, a flawless charcoal gray, seemed to absorb the light, and his presence commanded attention without effort. He was Mr. Alistair Finch, the billionaire philanthropist who had funded countless scholarships, including, Lily suspected, a portion of hers. He was known for his stoic demeanor, rarely smiling, always composed. A crazy, desperate idea sparked in Lily's mind, born of pure, unadulterated yearning. Her heart hammered against her ribs, but the thought of facing the stage alone, receiving her diploma without a single soul to clap specifically for her, was worse than any potential embarrassment. Taking a deep, shaky breath, she began to walk towards him, her small legs feeling like lead. She stopped a few feet away, her voice barely a whisper. Mr. Finch, Alistair Finch, engrossed in a quiet conversation with the Academy's headmaster, turned his head slowly. His gaze, initially polite, softened almost imperceptibly as he took in the small, trembling girl in the oversized gown. He recognized her instantly from the scholarship files. Lily Sharma, a prodigy with an unfortunate home life. Yes, Lily. His voice was deep, resonant, surprisingly gentle. Tears welled in Lily's eyes, hot and stinging. My Nana Rose is sick. She can't come. Her voice broke. Everyone has their dad here. Or their mom. She swallowed hard, the words tumbling out in a rush of desperate hope. Mr. Finch, I know it's silly, but, would you be my dad at graduation? Just for today. Alistair Finch was a man who dealt in numbers, in mergers and acquisitions, in complex financial strategies. Emotions, especially raw, vulnerable ones, were largely alien to his meticulously ordered world. He had no children of his own, having dedicated his life to building his empire. His initial reaction was a flicker of surprise, then a well-practiced composure. He could simply say no, explain that it wasn't appropriate, that he was busy. But as he looked into Lily's wide, tear-filled eyes, saw the naked hope mixed with profound sadness, something shifted within him. He saw not a poor girl begging, but a child, alone and vulnerable, asking for a moment of connection, a shield against the world's indifferent gaze. He saw his own childhood, a fleeting image of a lonely boy in an empty house. He knelt down, bringing himself to her eye level. The movement was uncharacteristic, surprising even the headmaster who stood nearby. Alistair's usually stern face softened, a faint crease appearing between his brows. He reached out, his large hand gently resting on her small shoulder. "Lily," he said, his voice quiet, "it's not silly at all." He paused, his thumb stroking the rough fabric of her gown. "It would be an honor." A gasp escaped Lily's lips, a tiny sob of relief. A single tear tracked a path down her cheek, but this one was different. It was a tear of pure, unadulterated joy. A small, hopeful smile began to bloom on her face, pushing back the shadows of despair. Alistair stood, offering her a steadying hand. "Come on," he said, "let's find you the best spot to watch the ceremony, and then, when your name is called, I'll be right there." And he was. Throughout the ceremony, Alistair Finch remained by Lily's side. He adjusted her cap, listened intently as the headmaster spoke, and when Lily's name, Lily Sharma, valedictorian, echoed through the courtyard, he clapped the loudest. As she walked across the stage, a shy but radiant smile on her face, she glanced at him. He stood tall, his gaze fixed on her, a genuine, if slight, smile gracing his lips. It was a smile few had ever seen. After the ceremony, as other parents swarmed their children, Alistair squatted down again, his hand once more on her shoulder. "You did brilliantly, Lily," he said, his voice laced with genuine admiration. "I'm very proud of you." Lily looked up at him, her eyes shining. "Thank you, Mr. Finch," she whispered, her voice thick with emotion. "Thank you for being my dad today." He nodded, a flicker of something undefinable in his eyes. He realized then that Lily hadn't just asked him to stand in. She had, for a precious few hours, filled a void he hadn't even known existed within himself. As he walked her to the gate, promising to arrange for Nana Rose to get the best medical care, Alistair Finch knew that something profound had shifted. The billionaire who had everything money could buy had just received a gift more valuable than any fortune. The simple, heartfelt request of a little girl, and the unexpected warmth it had ignited in his own heart. The world would see him as the stoic philanthropist, but Lily would remember him as the man who, for one glorious afternoon, had been her dad. And that, he realized, was more than enough. Here's an image that captures a similar moment of comfort and connection at a graduation, reflecting the story's emotional core.